All right, so let's talk about my 1 month on Camzyos. Started treatment on December 12th. Today is January 8th. I went in on the 31st and had my EKG and echo done. Initially, when I got diagnosed with HCM, um, I had on my stress test, I had 122 millimeters of gradient on a stress test that's on the treadmill. And then when I went into the Mayo Clinic, I was at my resting gradient was 48. This was on December 4th. And my Valsalva movement was 97. So after being on Camzyos for 3 weeks, I went back down there for my EKG and echo, and those my resting gradient went to 13, and my Valsalva was at 31. So quite a bit of difference there on the in less than 3 weeks, so it's crazy. As far as how am I feeling, night and day difference. Before I got on Camzyos, I struggled doing just little chores. I couldn't do 2 steps on a step ladder. Going to the store and walking in the store was a struggle. And this wasn't my lifestyle. I suffered 2 heart failures back to back, 1 month apart from each other. End of September and again the end of October, and that's when I was finally at my local hospital. They said I had LVOTO, and then I went down to the Mayo Clinic, and they said I had HCM with severe LVOTO, and got me on the Camzyos while awaiting surgery. But let's talk about some of the things that I'm doing now. Like I said, I couldn't climb 2 steps on a ladder, on a step stool. After a week of being on Camzyos, I was feeling well enough that I was climbing up and down a ladder around the house, putting up lights, and never fatigued, and felt good doing it. So that was a great improvement in 1 week's time, just being on Camzyos. And then I had asked the doctor while I was down there December 4th when I could start getting back on a bicycle and doing some riding, and he really didn't want me to, but he gave in, told me to start off easy, like maybe a half a mile, and doing it on pavement. And the reason I had asked is because after my heart failure, I'd started putting on weight, and just felt like I needed to try to do something. And so I started off with a half mile, and it wasn't easy. I ride a flat tire bike, and generally I'm on trails, and so being even on pavement, a half mile was a bit of a struggle. And then that was like 2 days before Camzyos, and then I got on the Camzyos, and I started doing 1 mile on the first day of Camzyos. I did 1 mile 2 days in a row, and then I upped it to 2 miles. Anyway, after 3 weeks, I am now up to 7 miles on my bicycle rides. I'm riding anywhere from 5 to 7 miles. Not breaking any records by any means, but I'm out riding, and that's good, and that's a lot better than what I was doing a month ago. So yeah, the doctor I just met with the doctor yesterday, and they really really excited about how much improvement I've had according to my echo, and according to what I'm doing as far as my just overall feeling. I'm feeling better mentally, physically, and spiritually. It just before I was almost in a state to where I just felt hopeless, just because I'm an active person. You know, I do a lot of mountain bike riding, and you know, over the course of several years, my mountain bike riding had gotten worse. I was having more bad days than good days, and those are things that are associated with HCM. As far as symptoms, you know, and I don't know if this is because of the Camzyos, but I'm not sleeping well at night. I take my medicine, and I'm only on Camzyos. I'm not on anything else. I take my medicine at 5:30 in the morning, and anyway, about a week ago, I talked to my nurse, and she suggested maybe I move my medicine back to where I was taking it at nighttime. So I started weaning myself back, you know, 3 hours at a time each day, till I got to where I'm finally started taking it at 9 o'clock at night. So last night I took it at 9 o'clock at night, and I got not great sleep, but it's the best sleep I've had in a while. You know, I get these headaches. They're frontal headaches. They come and go, no apparent reason. You know, I still have these episodes, and they're not a whole lot, but I feel like my heart just kind of just slows down or relaxes so much that it almost makes me feel like I'm gonna faint. And a lot of this has happened as I'm, you know, after I've eaten. I get in my truck and I'm driving, and so it's kind of a freaky thing when it happens, and I'm not used to it. So I'm really trying to pay attention when I'm driving, and this has happened. It's happened 4 times. And it actually happened today as I was coming home from work, and I don't know if I'm not eating heavy, but I did drink a protein shake, and then I got on the road, and I just felt, I could feel my heart just doing those palpitations, I guess is what they call it, and I would get these moments where I felt like I was gonna faint, but you know, and I haven't fainted yet, so, and I never have fainted. So that's a good thing, you know, but other than that, I'm not really experiencing any other symptoms. You know, I do, like, if I do real quick movements, those, you know, I can't do that real well. I mean, because it makes me feel lightheaded, and again, like I'm gonna faint or something. So like, I went out and threw the football with my grandsons the other day, and when I stepped back to throw a long pass, it just really wore me out and made me feel like I felt really weak, and I had to rest for a second. You know, even bending down to pick something up, I can't do that real quick. I have to really be mindful of when I do stuff like that, and just go slowly, pick it up, and then come back up slowly. You know, of course, some of that's probably due to, you know, the heart failure I had. So, but anyway, overall, the Camzyos has been kind of a miracle drug for me, and I go back again on February 3rd to have another exam. So we'll see. So if you guys got any questions or anything, feel free to send me a message, and best of luck to all of you.